Welcome to the first episode of The Road to Pee-wee. In this series, I'll be exploring the legacy of Pee-wee's Big Adventure and the quirky pop cultural crossroads it represents. From Tim Burton's visionary debut to Danny Elfman's first film score, I'll dive into the creative melting pot that made Pee-wee an icon. Join us on this voyage nostalgique, and stay tuned for more episodes where we uncover the hidden influences behind your favorite cult classics. You know what, guys? I originally didn't think about this episode being any better or worse than any other episode that I've ever made for the Nostalgia Network. But as I started making it, I had this profound experience, reminding me that this film is really the genesis of most of who I am today. The reason my artwork looks the way it does, and the reason my home looks the way it does. And because of this film and the people who made it. So I want to say a big thank you to all those involved. Let me celebrate and tell you a little about those people today. Quick bizarre side note, Pee-wee's Big Adventure was released on August 9th, 1985, and I started writing the script on August 9th, 2025. It's a bit of a spooky coincidence. Oh well, never mind. On with the show. This isn't just a quirky road movie about a rebel and his bike. It's a creative explosion that launched careers, defined a generation's sense of humor, and shaped the DNA of so much that came after. Pee-wee's Big Adventure is like a pop cultural genesis project. Paul Rubin stars as Pee-wee Herman, the mischievous man-child who never grows up, who became a Gen X icon. Tim Burton makes his directorial debut here, former Disney animator turned master of the surreal. The success of this film opened doors for him to direct Beetlejuice and the game-changing 1989 Batman. Fun note, Pee-wee and Simone, who we'll talk about later, are reunited in Batman Returns as the Penguin's parents. It's hard to imagine, but Danny Elfman felt apprehensive about composing a film score. He felt it wasn't really his scene, but just think what a difference it made. Because of this movie, he was chosen to write the theme tune to one of the longest running, most important comedy TV shows of all time, The Simpsons. It's hard to imagine The Simpsons having the success it did without his iconic theme tune. I remember watching that in real time in 1987. And for sure, it was that theme tune that really held me to the screen. And again, because of the success of Pee-wee's Big Adventure, he was chosen to do The Simpsons, Beetlejuice, Batman, The Nightmare Before Christmas, and well, you'll have to subscribe to the channel to see more about Danny Elfman. That's all I can say right now. And here's a name that often gets overlooked. Michael Varhol. I've never heard of this guy before until I started researching the project. This mysterious co-creator, he co-wrote the screenplay with Rubens and Phil Hartman. He also co-wrote The Big Picture in 1989, directed by Christopher Guest, starring Kevin Bacon, Michael McKean, and Martin Short. It's another one of my favorite Gen X films, and I thoroughly recommend you check it out. What can I say about Phil Hartman? Fellow Groundlings alum, co-writer of Pee-wee's Big Adventure, he went on to SNL fame and voiced The Simpsons' Troy McClure. After the sad and unfortunate demise of Phil Hartman, The Simpsons was never the same again. Just like John Candy before him, he left a huge void in the comedy pop culture landscape.
Thank you very much for being here. Thank you for breaking in our extra tall microphone and our new set.
Very nice, Dave.
Thank you.
By the way, it's not Phil Hartman anymore.
It's not Phil Hartman.
Nah, name strikes me as kind of bland. I think I'm going to change it to my Simpsons name, Troy McClure.
Troy McClure.
You may know me from such motion pictures as Hitler Doesn't Live Here Anymore. And Sorry, Wrong Closet. I also did some educational films. Lead Paint, Delicious but Deadly.
Yeah, I think I saw that.
Did you see Locker Room Towel Fight, The Blinding of Larry Driscoll? Call that thing off.
E.G. Daily played Dottie. She became one of the most successful voice actors of the 90s and 2000s, voicing characters like Tommy Pickles in Rugrats. Steve Chiodo of the Chiodo Brothers from Killer Clowns from Outer Space provided stop-motion animation. Like so many of other Tim Burton fans, I too presumed the animation would have been supplied by Henry Selick. Just shows you. It's insane how many future icons were in the room for this movie. Hey, shout out to all the hipster theatre owners. Make a double bill with Pee-wee's Big Adventure and Follow That Bird. 2 surreal road movies that were made in 1985. Nice, get on that. Another fun fact. Cassandra Peterson, yes Elvira, studied with Rubens and Hartman at Cal Arts, and she also shows up in this film as the biker mama. Oh yeah! Deep dive Easter egg, if you look in Mario's magic shop, you can see a poster of Elvira up on the wall. The beautiful Morgan Fairchild makes an appearance, and Jan Hooks pops up, by the way, who was Martin Short's favourite actress to work with. And there will definitely be an episode on her one day. So subscribe today, nostalgists. Retro Jim's Deep Dives! At the start of the film, Pee-wee has a dream about winning the Tour de France. I discovered that Miss France was played by Marie-Pierre Casey, a French actress with a long career, including Jacques Tati's Playtime and an 80s French TV presence. Hidden gems everywhere, I tell you. And let's not forget one of my favourite cameos, not a person, but a machine. The Rube Goldberg machine. Funny how another 1985 film, Back to the Future, also opens with a similar contraption that makes food in the morning. Wikipedia notes, the design of such a machine is often presented on paper and would be impossible to implement, but here it was fully constructed for entertainment, and cites Big Adventure as the prime example. Nice one. Fun fact! The Alamo scene filmed at Mission San Fernando Rey de España is not in Texas. Pee-wee's Big Adventure doesn't feel dated because it lives in its own surreal world. It's like a live-action cartoon, and man, do I miss the alternative art scene of the 1980s. Kids, the 1980s, it's not just a decade, it's a way of life. Now it's time for a financial fun fact. The original 1985 budget was $8 million and it made a $20 million profit. To put that in perspective, many modern mid-tier films struggle to hit that kind of profit margin today. By the way, that lion speaker on the front is actually a toy from Japan based on the manga and anime Tiger Mask and was painted like a lion for the film. And yes, you can bet that I'm still searching for that here in Japan, recording home of the Nostalgia Network. After the film, Pee-wee's Playhouse brought that offbeat magic to Saturday morning TV. In Pee-wee's Playhouse, many of the same groundlinged actors carried over, and even if Tim Burton didn't return, his fingerprint is all over the style. The show influenced a generation of creatives, animators, and oddballs, including yours truly. Cool Duda, one of my favorite YouTube movie reviewers, calls Pee-wee his #1 favorite film of all time. And deservedly so. It's a warm, weird, wonderful time capsule of Gen X childhood. Look at films like Napoleon Dynamite or Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. All of these wacky films of today owe a little of their weird DNA to Pee-wee's Big Adventure. So what do you think, guys? Is Pee-wee's Big Adventure one of the greatest cult films ever made? You bet it is. If you haven't seen it yet, what are you waiting for? And if you haven't already, buy it on physical media, for God's sakes. Stop all this streaming nonsense. Soundtrack is also available on red vinyl record. Keen! Long live Pee-wee Herman. You know what? I've only scratched the surface of this film, so expect more Pee-wee related episodes from us here at the Nostalgia Network. What is your favorite scene? If you've enjoyed this episode, you can support us by leaving us a comment below, hit like, and subscribe for more deep dives into the nostalgic world. But for now, that was my movie celebration, and those were the days.
The